Hello everyone. Am I audible to you?
Yeah, it's audible.
Okay. So let's start.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me. You say something? Hello.
Yeah, hi Ashish. Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Hello.
So,
Yeah, your voice is Hello, your voice is break. So
okay,
please speak loudly.
okay, just 1 second.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Just 1 second. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Now it is proper.
Hello.
Yeah, my voice is proper now.
Mm, okay.
Still
Yeah.
getting.
Uh,
Still, we have sort of
Okay.
disturbance.
Now it is proper. Hello. You are getting
it's
voice
hello.
clearly.
Yeah.
Just can you mute yourself so that the noise will not become. Okay. So today I'm giving a demo session that is on a full stack development. Okay. And myself is Ashish. So let's start the full stack development demo session here. Okay. So first of all, what is meant by full stack development? So the full stack developer is someone who works with front end and back end of a web application. So what is meant by web application? Web application means any websites. So if you go to the browser, if you hit www.google.com or www.facebook.com, so any website, any application which you access through the browser, it is called web application. And this web application is two sides. One is called front end, which is visible to the user, like their look and feel. And the second one is a backend, which is completely hidden from the user. Okay. So for example, if I go to the Chrome and if I say here, google.com, this is my page coming from the Google. This is a logo of Google. This is a text box. This is the links I have. Okay. These are the links I have provided by Google. So what is this? This is called front end part. This is a presentation part, which is visible to the user. Okay. But if I type here something, let's say Java, and if I hit enter, one another pages get created with some data. So from where this data is coming, if I say Java, so all the data which is related to Java appear here. So how it is coming? It's coming from the Java server. Okay, so that Java server is a backend part, and we are looking these things, we are visible these things is called front end part. So the website, every website is divided into two parts. One is called front end and one other is called back end. So in a front end, we mostly use HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. Okay, these are the technology we are using because they provides a look and feel. And in a backend, we will use Java, .NET, Ruby Rails, PHP. These are the programming language we are using. So the backend part is completely hidden from the user. It is not visible to the user. Okay, so this is happen in a perspective of user. But if you are as a developer, so we have areas as a front-end developer, as well as a backend developer. So the front-end developer is a person who works with HTML, CSS, color combination, images, media player. So on these kinds of stuff, he is working. Okay, and the backend is basically related with the logic, the database storage, how you write the logic for your application. So everything it comes into the backend part. Okay, so this way every website is going to divide it into two parts. One is called front-end developer and second one is called backend developer. So in this course we are going to learn full stack development course. So this full stack development course allow us to learn client-side development, means how you can work on HTML, how you can work with CSS, JavaScript, okay, all these stuffs. Similarly, we can also learn some technologies which is working in a backend, like we are going to learn the Java programming language. So in a Java, we have some core Java concepts, we have advanced Java concepts that we are going to learn. So once you able to learn these concepts, you are able to build a web application. Okay, so as a in a IT industry, you can work as a front-end developer also, as well as back-end developer also. But for that, you need a maximum practice. You have to make maximum practice of each program so that you will get each concepts clear. Okay, so during this session, I will give each day one program, one practical example I will give you, and that example you have to practice it. You have to just use it as a reference and try to execute that program so that you will get habit of programming. So some of you don't have any programming knowledge. Some of you have some experience. Some of maybe working in IT industries. So everyone has a different knowledge. So we will go from scratch so that all the students who are joining this course will understand it. Okay, and slowly we will add complexities into this course. Okay, we will go from scratch, how to write a normal program, how to execute it. Okay, that all things we will do step by steps. Okay, so you understand the difference between here front end and back end development. You understand these concepts?
Yeah.
Okay. So as I said earlier, in a front end, we have these kinds of basics technology. There are a lot of technologies available, but as a developer, you have a basics knowledge of HTML, CSS, JavaScript. You can easily work as a front end developer. Okay, so during this course, we will learn these kinds of technology. We are going to learn at the end Angular 2 or Angular 7. In a backend, we are going to learn core Java, servlets, Hibernate, SQL, REST API, and at the end, we will use a Spring Boot application. We will learn a Spring framework. So in a Spring framework, we have a Spring Boot also. Then at the end, we will get some introduction about the AWS, what is meant by AWS, how it is currently working in a practical way that we are going to see. So all these are the things we are going to learn in a full stack development course. Okay, so this is about the course details we are going to learn, and it will take around 60 sessions, daily 1 hour. I will give the live session on it, and I will give some practical example it. So after the session, you have to make a practice of it. Okay, so this is what all about the courses we have to learn. Now we are going to learn some of the basics things about the Java, because in this course, we will start first with the backend development. So as a developer, we will start with backend development. We will start core Java, servlets, Hibernate, all these things we will learn. And then after that, we will introduce some front-end concepts like HTML, CSS, because all these things required when you develop the REST APIs as well as Spring Boot application. So at that time, this concepts is required. So we will take each concepts one by one. So we will first start with core Java, what is meant by Java, how we can use it, okay, that we are going to see. Okay, So here, Java is a high-level language. Like if you are familiar with programming language, so there are various languages. We have a C, C++, Java, PHP. Okay, all these languages are high-level languages. High-level languages means the language which can human understand. Human can read it. So it is called high-level language. And every high-level language is going to convert into a low-level language. So the low-level language means what? A language which can be understandable by your machine. Okay, so it is always in a byte format. It's a 1010 format. Okay, so that is called low-level language. So every high-level language is going to internally convert it into a low-level language. So Java is a similar high-level language, and we have to convert into a lower-level language. Okay, so we will see one example through which we understand how we can write a Java program, how we can execute it. Okay, the second feature of Java is what? It's an object-oriented programming language. That means here mostly the initially C language is a procedure-oriented language. That means we have a various function on it. But after the C, we have a C++, Java, .NET, PHP. All these are object-oriented languages. That means here we will create object for each entity. Okay, so currently we will not discuss more on it, object-oriented. When the concepts is coming later on, we will learn what is meant by object-oriented. So at that time, I will explain you what is meant by object-oriented. Now, the Java syntax is similar to the C and C++. So if you're in your college days or maybe new programmer, when they start learning the programming, they always starts with C language. So C is the basic language of all programming language. So if you got the knowledge of C, you can easily understand other programming language. So C++ is a next stage of C language, which is object-oriented programming language. Okay, so if you have the basic knowledge of this language, you can easily understand the Java programming language. So Java is not difficult for you. You can easily understand why, because their syntax is almost similar. Some of the differences are between them, Java and C++, but most of the syntax are similar. Okay, so this is what the Java we have. Now we have to understand where the Java is currently used. Okay, so Java used everywhere, like it is used in a desktop application. So like we have Acrobat Reader, Media Player, antiviruses. So all these are what? These are desktop application, which doesn't require browser. Without browser, this application can run it. So we call them as a desktop application. Okay, so with the help of Java, we can build desktop application. Similarly, we have a web application. So there are various famous web applications we have, like in India, we have a IRCTC. So if you want to book any ticket for a railway, we can use this IRCTC website. So this application is also built with the help of Java. Then many banking applications. Okay, so that banking application can serve for a countries, for a state. So it serves for a large number of people. So how is it possible? Is it possible because of Java strength here? So Java is capable of building such kinds of application. So that application, we call them as a enterprise application. Then we have a mobile and embedded system. Embedded system means like if you go, if you see, if you see the many things are there in an embedded system, like for example, Dish TV. Dish TV is there. So that system is also based on an embedded system. So where we have a chip level programming, at that time the Java is used. Okay, so that is called embedded system. Then we have a mobile. So nowadays we have Android and we have a iOS application. So Android application is most of the time is developed based on a Java programming language. So Android program is completely based on a Java programming language. So if you have the basics knowledge of Java, you can work as a Android developer also. Then we have a smart card, robotics, games. All of these things can be built with the help of Java. So Java is used in every areas. So it has a large number of scope for developers. So you can work as a mobile developer also, you can work as a web developer also. Okay, you can work in a robotics and games also. Okay, so these are the areas where the Java is currently used. Okay, so you understand this much part here?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So now the next thing we are going to learn is the history of Java, means how the Java gets started, when it is started. Okay, so Java is developed by James Gosling, his team member at around 1995. So originally it is designed for embedded system, like in electronics we have set-top box we have. Okay, so in that case we are using the Java. So it is used for mostly for a embedded system. So initially they have give the various names, like it give the name Greek talk, then they have the name oak, and finally they fix on a Java name. Okay, so when the Java is appear at that time around 1995, so Java was very popular. Why popular? Because there is a concept of platform independent, and which is only available at that time in Java. Okay, so what is meant by platform independent? Platform independent means at that time we have a various platform, like we have a Windows, we have a Mac, we have a Unix. So these are the platforms. And if you write any program, that program you have to write different program for different platform. Like if I write a program for Windows, it will not run on a Mac. Okay, so that is the problem. That was the problem. So to overcome that problem, Java is introduced, and Java is a platform independent. That means a single program can be run on a Windows, can be run on Mac also. Okay, so we'll see that feature also, how the Java is platform independent. Okay, so as I said earlier, with the help of Java, you can create various kinds of application. You can create standalone application. Standalone means the desktop application, which doesn't require browser. So for that, in a Java, we have AWT and Swing. These are the technology we are using to create standalone application. Then for a web application in Java, we have servlets, JSP, struts, JSF. These are the technology we are using. So during this course, we are going to learn about the servlets and JSP. So once you able to learn this, you can build the web application. Okay, so with the help of Java, you can build standalone application as well as web application. Then we have an enterprise application. Enterprise application means which serve for a large number of people, like state and country. So where the number of people is bigger. So for that, you require high level of security, load balancing. So all these features is provided by Java. So because of this feature, you can develop enterprise application. Okay, then we have a mobile application. So as I said earlier, the Android is as well as Java ME is used to develop mobile application. So nowadays, every mobile is have an Android application. So that Android application is developed with the help of Java programming language. Okay, so these are the applications we can develop with the help of Java. That is enterprise, mobile, and standalone as well as web application. Okay, now this is the versions diagram here we have currently. So around 1995, the Java gets started. So Java 2019, it has a Java 12 version. Now there is a 2023, so there are around Java 18 or Java 19 versions are there. Okay, so Java keep improvising themselves, adding new features every year. Okay, so as a developer, we don't have to learn all these versions. Okay, so if you have the basics knowledge of Java 8, it's a sufficient, because most of the changes is available in Java 8. Later on in the each version, there are some changes, but that is not mostly related to development. Okay, so as a developer point of view, Java 8 is the big change. Okay, so during this course, we also learn the change, what are the changes are available in Java 6, Java 7, Java 8, that we are going to learn it. Okay, now the next thing is there are some keywords is used in Java development. So that called as JDK, JRE, and JVM. So when I say JDK means Java Development Kit. Okay, so it's a one kind of software kit which is provided by Oracle system, and that kit has a various installation file is there. So you have to install that kit on your machine. So once you install, so they will create one folder on your machine. Okay, so in that machine you have a JRE and JVM. Okay, so we'll see how we can use the JDK, how we can write a Java program. So if you want to write the Java program on your machine, you have to install the JDK on your system. So for that, if you want to use JDK, this is a official website of Java. Okay, so if you are using, so it's depend upon the system you are using. If you're using the Windows, then you have to use this link. If you are using Mac, you have to use this link, and this is for Linux. So here currently the latest version we have Java 20. Okay, so you can use any versions, there is no issue. So what you have to do, just click on this link, the file gets downloaded. Okay, so according to your system, like my system support 64-bit, so I have to use this one. So I will download it and I have to install as a normal software. So I will share you this link, you can use it. Okay. So initially Java is provided by Sun Microsystem. After that, it is overtaken by the Oracle. Now Oracle is the official site which hold the Java, all the features. Okay. So from here, you can download the Java. So once you download the Java on your system, the one folder gets created. So if you go here and if you see, so here on my machine, I have installed JDK 1.8. Okay, so here this is a two folder gets created, that is called JDK. Okay, and the second one is JRE. So JRE is a part of JDK. Actually, this folder should be inside. Okay, so JDK is called Java Development Kit. So this folder automatically available when you install the JDK on your machine. Okay, so here once you open it, here is a bin directory, and inside the bins we have a various files. Okay, so this file is there that is called Java C, that is called Java compiler, which is responsible to execute your program. So when you write any Java program, that can be compiled with the help of Java C. Okay, so here we use three keywords. One is called JDK. We say Java Development Kit, which provides the environment to develop and execute the Java program. Then we have JRE. So JRE is an installation package that provide environment to run your program. So compilation of a program is a different, and running of a program is a different. Okay, so both are different things. So from this diagram, you will understand the complete idea of these three keywords. So when I say JDK, just one second. So when I say JDK, it's a Java Development Kit. It's a whole package here. And inside the package, we have a JRE. So JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. Okay. And here we have two parts. One is JRE and one is compiler, debugger, and Java docs. So compiler is a what? Is a one kind of application which compile your program. Compile means what? The Java is high level programming language. So if you want to run your program, you have to convert into a low level language. So with the help of compiler, we can do this. So for that, here we have Java C application. So this application we are going to use for a compilation. Then we have a various Java doc and debuggers, okay, which we can use. And here we have a Java runtime environment. So this is a we call JRE, and in a JRE we have a JVM. So JVM, it's a Java virtual machine. Okay, so it's a one kind of application which going to execute your program. Okay, so in a first step, what I have done, I have compiled my program. And in a second step, what I have done, I have execute my program. So my execution is done in a JVM. So JVM is a part of JRE and JRE is a part of JDK, like this. So when you want to execute the program, JRE always use some class libraries. So internally, if you see here, there are various class available. So this class is used by JRE to execute your program. Okay, so this way the Java is works. So what we will do, we will see one simple example where we can write a normal simple Java program and we will execute it. Okay, so what you have to do to write a simple Java program. So this is my folder. Okay. So I will create here okay. So here we will create new file. Okay, now I want to write a Java program here. So what I have to do, so I will start with one keyword that is called class, and here I will give the name my test. This is my class name. So currently some of the keywords is new for you. What is meant by class, what is meant by my test. So when you write any Java program, it always starts with class. Okay, so this is a class I have written, and here I have write public. Okay, so that I will explain you later on step by steps. So first understand this is a class I have created and I have given the name my test. Now I will save this file. So where I will save this file? Here I will save this file. So you can save it anywhere. Okay, there is no restrictions. So I will save in this Java folder. So here. So my program name is my Java test, and when I save the file, I will use extension .java. This is important. Okay, whenever you write any Java program, you have to give the extension that is called .java. Okay. Now, when I save it, I have to change my file name also because my file name is my Java test. So your file name and your class name must be same. Okay, when you are using class as a public. So in this file, you can write multiple classes. So if I write this one, this is also allowed. Okay, so in a single file, you can write multiple classes, but only you have a one public class. Okay, so this is the restrictions provided by Java. So in a file, only one public class you can have, and rest of the class can be private or can be default. Okay, now this is a class I have written. Now inside the class, I will write one more method, public static void main. And here I will use string half. So what is a main method here? So if you learn about the C and C++, you know that every programming language start executing from main method. So main method is your starting point. So similarly, in this program, if I want to execute something, I will start from main method. So if I want to write any logic, I will write in a main method. So here, let's say I want to print something. So here I will say, hello, Java. Okay. So this is a one statement I have written. When my program get executed, so on a console, this statement gets printed and which will print this value. Okay. So this is a one shortest code I have written. Okay. This is class I have created. In this class, I have written one method and I have write some logic here. Okay. So this is my one simple program I have written. Now, if you go back and see in Java folder, here, this is a file I have created, my Java test, and their extension is Java source file, that is .java. Okay. Now, this file is human can understand, human can read it. He can read each and every word here. Okay. So this program is a high level programming language. Now, what we have to do, we have to convert into a low level language. So what we have to do here for that, here I will use command prompt. Okay. And in command prompt, I will give the command that is called Java C my Java program. Okay. And here I will say .java. So extension is compulsory. Java C stands for Java compiler. So what it will do, it will compile your program. So during the compilation, they will check the syntax error, whether it has any syntax error or whether program is completely written right. Okay, as well as they are going to convert your high level program to low level program. So when I convert it, when I enter it, so here I'm not getting any error. So it's just warning here I'm getting. Okay, so sorry, my program name is wrong. I have to use my Java test. So if you don't have any syntactical error, it will look like this. So that means your program successfully compiled. If I give here some missing something, let's say semicolon, I have missed it. And if I try to compile, so it gives me the error. It says semicolon is expected. So in that case, my program is not getting compiled. So you have to fix this error. So here I will write the semicolon. And if I execute it, my program gets compiled. Now, if you go back and see here, one more file gets created, and that file name is the same as the file name my Java test, but here we have an extension that is called .class. So every Java file is ultimately get converted into a .class file. Okay, if you open this file, it will look like this. Okay, so it's a low level language program which is understandable by JVM, okay, or a JRE. It is understandable by JRE. Now, this is called a bytecode here. This is called class program file. And this class program file, it can be run on a Windows. Same file can be run on a Mac. Same file can be run on a Linux. So because of this feature, it is called platform independent. So single file is running on a multiple platform. So because of that reason, Java called as a platform independent. Okay, now this class file is get created. Now we have to execute our Java program. So for that, you have a command that is called Java my Java test. When I hit enter, I'm getting the statement here. So how this statement is appear? This statement is appear from here. We have written. So when you execute your program, it start executing this first line and it will give you the result on a console like that. So you understand here how the Java program I have written. You understand this program? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a one simple Java program I have written. So I will share you. So just try out this example on your machine. If you install the Java program, okay. Just use this command. And the second command is like this. So the first command is compile your program, and second command is executing your program. Okay. So this is just you have to try it. Before that, you have to install JDK on your machine and try to execute this program. Okay. So if you're getting any error, we will resolve it in a next session. So till now you understand here. Any doubts in this session you have?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So I will stop here and we will meet again. Okay. So thank you. Thank you for session.
Thank you.